Hello, so today we're going to review how to solve rational expressions. So in this case, for example, we'll start with a very simple one. Whenever it looks like this, it's as simple as trying to get rid of common terms. But the common terms have to be on both the numerator and denominator. So when I look at this number one, I notice that I have a 3 on top and I have a 3 on bottom, so I cancel them out. I also know that I have a common term like 3v minus 2 and 3v minus 2, so those are canceled out. And as a result, I'm left with the answer of v minus 7 over 2. And that's it. That's my answer. There's nothing else I need to do with it. Okay, so whenever they look like this, you're literally just canceling out the common pieces. Let's go to something a little bit more interesting, like number 7. So on this one, I'm going to make the choice of breaking everything down into its pieces. So for example, 6n, I'm going to purposely break it down as 2 times 3 times n times 3n squared, which is 3n times n, all over. In the bottom, I'll put that as 2 times 2 times n times 2. Now, when I break it down like this, notice that everything is multiplication, and I have some common pieces. So, for example, I have an n on the top and an n in the bottom. I see another one, so again, it's gone. I see I have a 2 on top and a 2 on the bottom, so now those are gone. And then I'm left only with these pieces. Now, none of these pieces repeat with each other on top and on bottom. So now, all I got to do now, as my final answer, is 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 2 is 4. And now this becomes my final answer. Okay, so this is a different technique. On this one, I had to break it up into its factors so that I could go ahead and try to cancel out the common pieces. Okay, so let's move on to a slightly more difficult version. So for this one, I am going to look at number 16, mostly because for number 16, I want to remember that anytime I have a section that looks like this, I am supposed to use my big ol' X strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely put in here a 1, and I'm going to multiply. So here on the side, I'm going to set it up as a multiplication. 1 times negative 48 is negative 48. And in the middle, it has to add up to negative 2. So as a result of that, I'm thinking of two numbers that multiply together to make negative 48, but add up to negative 2. For that, I remember 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to make this into a negative 8 and a positive 6. Notice the negative 8 plus 6 is also negative 2. Because of the 1 in the front, I'm going to put that in here. And now my new answer turns out to be 1x minus 8 and 1x plus 6. Now, when I rewrite my problem, I'm going to rewrite it as a 1 over. Now, I keep using x, but the letters they're using is r, so let me rewrite it that way. So this will be r plus 6. And on top, I'm going to now rewrite this as r minus 8 and r plus 6. On the bottom is a 2. And I quickly notice that they have a common term of r plus 6. That goes away. And 1 times whatever's on top is the same thing, and the bottom is that. So now my final answer turns out to be r minus 8 over 2. Please understand that I cannot divide the 8 and the 2 with each other because the 8 is attached to the r. So it's considered one quantity. Think of it as being all locked up inside parentheses. Now, generally speaking, that's about it. Um, for all other types of questions, you're looking for common terms. Um, I'll give you an example. If I look at this particular piece for number 15, what I have to do here is find the common terms, and I'm going to realize that 6n squared plus 24n that I can divide a 6n. Now, when I do that, I will end up with a 6n and then an n plus 4. And then I'll use that to my advantage whenever I rewrite the problem. Okay? So those are your notes for today. Hopefully it made some sense. Everything is based on review of information we've already gone through. Okay? So hope this works for you. Bye.